two questions or problems there that I can see, and I'm sure I'm only seeing the first order of this. One is funding by pharmaceutical companies for re-elections. The two is the fact that this disease has been weaponized for political purposes, which means now it's being used as a weapon, right, to win or lose an election and then to try to gain influence after that. Those are the two that I see. Of course, I'm playing checkers, not chess here, but not that either one of those is okay when it comes to, playing roulette with the health of a country or even breaking the law. But what do you see with both of those two?
Well, I think that, many people in the public health arena are famously saying, Dave, you don't understand, this is a real thing and real people are getting sick and all this kind of stuff. And to that, my simple response is that if you didn't want to make it political, and if you didn't want to make it a tool to be weaponized, then why couldn't you tell the truth about any part of the story? Remember that this story has been a lie since the beginning. And propaganda, as you well know, is in fact always meant to influence public opinion, and public opinion influence is about who's in power. So the agencies through which we should be getting facts and information pre-politicize this to the point where we couldn't have a non-political conversation, right? If you question the official narrative, you must be pro-Trump and you must be anti-Democrat, right? That's absolutely ludicrous. In fact, once upon a time, I remember a Democratic Party that actually thought that liberty mattered. Now you couldn't get a more draconian set of interventions, but the fact is that it was weaponized. And then it turned into, as you very well know, it turned into let's make it about a vaccine. That wasn't anti-vaxxers' message. That was governors and state health officials getting in front of the camera and saying, you can't take your mask off, you can't travel until there's a vaccine. That was politicizing science. We put all of our political eggs in the basket that said, we have to have a vaccine before we can return to humanity. Well, sorry, that's not how science works. Science says, let's figure out how to solve this problem, and let's find the best way to solve it, whether that's a therapy, whether it's a vaccine, whatever it is. Let's actually allow open, free, and fair inquiry to tell us what the best approach is. But that hasn't happened. So to your point, this has been weaponized at every turn to be a political tool, not just at the US level, but it's a geopolitical tool, because it's also a way to kind of wink, wink, nod, nod, end the trade war with China with no one ever admitting defeat. Look at the fact that over the last several months, China's technology trade has increased with the rest of the world 32%, while our economy has constricted by about the same amount. Who's winning and who's losing the trade war? Well, we already have our answer. But the good news is nobody has to blame a leader for it, because now we have this wonderful contrivance of a pandemic, which never met the definition of pandemic when it started and still hasn't met the definition of pandemic now. And we now have a way to get allegedly out of a trade war that no one was going to win.